Carlos Alcaraz is gearing up to make his debut at two different tournaments in the coming weeks. Carlos Alcaraz will be back in action this week for the first time since crashing out in the semifinal of the US Open. But the world number 2 will be experiencing something all new to him as the Asian swing returns to the tennis calendar after a 4-year hiatus. Alcaraz has already flown to Beijing for this week's ATP 500 event before he will make his debut at the Shanghai Masters. The Asian swing is back underway for the first time since 2019, with tournaments already kicking off in Zhuhai and Chengdu last week. And things are set to ramp up when the China Open begins on Thursday with a host of top players descending on the ATP 500 event, including Alcaraz. In Novak Djokovic's absence, the 20-year-old will be the top seed in both Beijing and Shanghai, but he will arguably be one of the most inexperienced players in the draw when it comes to playing those tournaments. The last time both events were held, Alcaraz was a 16-year-old competing in Challenger and ITF events in Europe, ranked just inside the world's top 500. In comparison, Daniil Medvedev, who will be the second seed behind Alcaraz at the tournaments, is the most recent champion at the Shanghai Masters, winning the tournament in 2019. It means that the Spaniard will have a lot of catching up to do in a short space of time as he adjusts to new conditions. Alcaraz has already flown to Beijing ahead of the ATP 500 event and is expected to be joined by his main coach Juan Carlos Ferrero as he navigates his first Asian swing. Despite having 2 Grand Slam titles to his name already, the world number 2 is still about to experience some firsts in his tennis career. There will also be a lot of opportunity on the line for Alcaraz while Djokovic takes a break before returning to competition at the Paris Masters. The Spaniard can pick up a maximum of 1,500 ranking points depending on his performances at both tournaments. Djokovic returned to number 1 in the world at the conclusion of the US Open and is now 3,260 points ahead of his young rival. But Alcaraz will attempt to close the gap while competing in China and can put himself in a strong position to be year-end number 1 for the second season in a row. The 12-time title winner is defending just 360 points between now and the end of the year. Meanwhile, Djokovic has 2,850 points to defend as he ended 2022 by picking up titles in Turin, Astana and Tel Aviv, also reaching the Paris Masters final.